Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for joining us today for this exclusive webinar with the Second Faculty of Medicine, Charles University. Today's webinar will be going on for 1 hour. First, we'll begin with the presentation, and then we'll move on to the Q&A session, where you'll be able to type your questions and we'll be answering them. So today we have Ms. Ivana from the Second Faculty of Medicine, Charles University. Over to you, Ms. Ivana.
Hello, thank you for your invitation, and let me introduce myself. My name is Ivana Kejvalova, and I teach medical English and Czech to international students at our faculty. And now it's my pleasure to give you a picture about our faculty, the Second Faculty of Medicine in Prague, the Czech Republic. Okay. So can I start with the presentation, please?
Yes, please.
Okay. Uh, so, as you may already know, our faculty is located, or as I have just informed you, in Prague, the Czech Republic, and it's and Prague, as you may know, is located in the middle of Europe. So it's actually a great location in the heart of Europe. Now, let me give you a short tour over our country, a short geographical tour with a couple of pictures, so you've got a slight idea what different places in our country you can find. So you can find places which belong to the UNESCO World Heritage. This is in the south of our country. Yes, that's also the photo from another angle of this beautiful town in the south of the Czech Republic. Still, we are virtually in southern Bohemia, and we are moving to the right to the southern Moravia, with also lovely landscapes and lovely towns with vineyards. Of course, the history of our country is really rich. So there are many chateaus and castles, and this is one of them. And we are moving up to the north of our country when we can find the highest mountains. This is the picture of this in English called Giant Mountains, and this is the highest peak in these mountains. So this is the picture taken in winter, where sometimes we can be privileged with loads of snow. And we are going we are slowly going to Prague, to the capital of our country, where this is the picture of the famous historical clock in the Old Town Square. And the country, the city, as well as the whole country, is really cultural, and there are many cultural events taking place in our country. There is the river Vltava, Moldau in English, flowing through the city, and as you can see, it's written irreversible living costs, even though the city is beautiful and highly visited by many tourists, still the living costs are reasonable. And you can also find accessible accommodation near the faculty. Prague has about 1 million of inhabitants, so it's considerably compared to other cities, European cities. It's still quite a small city where everything is basically nearby, and also with very well integrated public transportation. This is the picture of the National Theatre. There are many architectural marvels, and within Prague, let's move on to Charles University itself. it was founded in the 14th century by the Emperor Charles IV. And it's one of the oldest and biggest universities in the Czech Republic. And it's quite big and has 17 faculties. And there are some numbers here. So there are around 50,000 students and almost 9,000 employees. And maybe the figure you are mostly interested in is about 11,000 international students. And Charles University ranks among the best 250 universities in the world, top 2% of universities worldwide. The very important thing is that students can participate in participate in different types of research and can become members of different research teams. And and they, for example, staff is involved in the projects, like, for example, CERN and other, and is a member of many university organizations. Talking about the university, of course, it's important to mention some important personalities, and one of them is definitely Franz Kafka, one of the most famous German language writers, who was born in Prague, and actually he studied law at Charles University. And Jan Hus, who was a Czech religious reformer and was the rector of Charles University at the beginning of the 15th century. And finally, Albert Einstein, everyone most probably heard of. And we are now moving from the grounds of Charles University, moving to the grounds of our faculty. So please let me welcome you to the grounds of our newly built campus. The faculty itself was established in 1953, originally as a faculty of pediatric medicine. So this is our faculty, having around 1,700 students and 358 postgraduate students. You can see the number of professors and docents, associated professors, 138, and finally, almost 550 teachers and supervisors. Yeah. What are the study programs? Of course, general medicine, and then also physiotherapy, applied physiotherapy, and other three programs. Talking about English programs, so far it's just general medicine. But the other programs for students speaking Czech are very important, because they are taught, or in these programs really recognized specialists take place. What does the general medicine program consist of? It's a master study program for 6 years, and it consists of the first 3 years of theoretical subjects: anatomy, histology, physiology, and so on, and also Czech. And the following 3 years are or deal with clinical subjects as internal medicine, gynecology, and the others. what would the entrance examination procedure look like? It's a two-step examination where it involves both the written test and an interview. So we basically want to see every applicant. We would like to meet with every applicant who has passed the written test. The written test consists of 4 parts: biology, physics, chemistry, and logical reasoning. Yeah, you can find model questions also using the QR code. Also, please be aware of the fact that it's also possible then when seeking an entrance exemption, applicant require no specific secondary education curriculum. After successfully passing the entrance examination, applicants have to submit officially verified high school diploma by the August the 31st. And this is really important, where the degree following the 6-year study is recognized. Yeah, and these are the locations where the degree is recognized. So European Union, USA, UK, India, UAE, Israel, Turkey, Australia, Japan, and is generally accepted worldwide. The second faculty medical programs are acknowledged by the following major funding agencies within European Union and also USA. And the success rate in the US, where the students are supposed to go through the USMLE procedure, is almost 100%. This is also quite an important topic, and these are tuition fees. You can see the figure on the screen, and the important information from us to you is that for the best students, each academic year awards and scholarships are available. But this is after the first year of their study at our faculty. This is our dean. I'll talk about the professor later. Yes, and more information you can find here on this QR code, which you can find on our website. Yeah, now talking a little bit about Motul University Hospital. So this is the hospital our faculty closely cooperates with, and believe it or not, is the largest university hospital in Central Europe. We are now looking at the pediatric part, newly rebuilt, newly reconstructed pediatric part. The hospital consists of 2 major parts: pediatric and the part for adults. And our faculty now deals with the general medicine, but due to the history of the faculty, still most of the recognized doctors and professors work in this pediatric hospital. And all the different and various and serious cases from all over the country are dealt with in this hospital. So we have already mentioned the size, so it has got that number of beds, 2,410, and or 73,000 patients and almost 5,500 employees. As I've already said, because the hospital can deal with all various diagnoses. So there is a wide range of all different patients with different various diagnoses. So teaching and science come hand in hand, and there are many opportunities to observe all the different cases and medical conditions. Yes, you can see here how to practice the robotic surgery. And I've already talked about the big pediatric part of the hospital, actually the separate building where there are many pediatric patients. In the adult part, there are many specialized clinics in neurology, surgery, hematology, cardiac, and more. And again, the research is done in all of these departments. Yes, our faculty teaches modern robotic surgery, and there is also unique course held on the Da Vinci simulator. And why to choose our faculty? So there is definitely individual approach, individual attention and assistance. And as our faculty, the second medical faculty belongs to the smallest faculties out of those medical faculties in the Czech Republic. There are medical students, international students, international medical students from all over the world, from many countries, and we try to keep the study groups still small, with the number of 12 to 16 students. So we basically know all our students by their names, and yeah, we are in everyday contact with our students. I hope there is family atmosphere at our faculty, and of course there are many opportunities to participate in medical research already during studies. There are also well-equipped and technically advanced laboratory facilities with sophisticated research instruments. Now we are looking at the anatomy tables, and there is also Olympics held in simulation, and students can shadow doctors during surgeries. And we have already talked about research and different research group, and and different memberships in different research organizations worldwide. This is an example of different awards given to the professors working at our faculty and in the Model University Hospital. I've already mentioned the newly built campus. One of the first photos was taken from the inside of the campus. So these are the places where you would be most of the time in case you study at our faculty. There are altogether 5 auditoriums at the hospital and the new campus. And again, we've already mentioned the efficient transportation in Prague. So basically one of the most reliable services you can find in our country. Sometimes we compare it with Japan, that maybe we are the second most efficient transportation in the world. And regarding, there are all different means of transport, buses, trams, and also a metro which actually goes to one of the stops is at the hospital itself. So it basically takes 15 minutes away from the city center and the dorms. Yes, and this is our dean, Professor Babiuk, and taken the photo is taken along with the pelican, because there is the myth or the story related to this animal, that this animal is so dedicated to their kids that they even can feed them with their own flesh. So this is the animal we sponsor in our Prague zoo. Yes, so pelican is the symbol of our faculty, and our faculty sponsors Dalmatian pelicans in the Prague zoo. Let's move on a little bit from the study itself and the research to what else can be organized at our faculty. So first of all, if you are admitted to our faculty, you are going to go through the so-called Freshers Week, which happens during the last week of September before the winter semester, last week of September before the winter semester starts. And there are also, not only that it's the week of the intensive course of Czech, but also many different trips are organized for the students to get to know the country, to get to know their future classmates. So there are team building activities held during this week. I've already mentioned the intensive course of Czech, and different tours are organized. We've taken the trip to one of the beautiful chateaus and also places in our country. It's like, I think it's 1 year ago, and you can see here in the second photo, the coordinator for international students. I'll talk about Petra later. And at the end of this week, there is a special event held, and it's called White Coat Ceremony. Yes, you've probably heard about TEDx. Yeah, so also our faculty takes part in this conference organized by TEDx. There are many more events, film festival called Pelicans, and the Night of the Faculty. This Night of the Faculty is organized throughout the country in all the different faculties. There is a choir at our faculty. The faculty ball is organized, and many concerts and more. And not only cultural events, but also sports events, both in winter and in summer. Yeah, there's also those keen on dancing. There is a dance group called Crazy Bones, and many other. And if you're for sporty people, there are many other different sports activities possible or available. Yes, and now move on towards the end of the study, when students graduate. The graduation ceremony is organized, and it's held in the historical Carolinum building dating back to the 14th century. So it's, of course, a the biggest event every student is aiming to. Some more pictures from the event. Yes, and then there is a farewell party organized following the official graduation ceremony. Yeah, these are three very important very important beaten personalities. Yeah. So in the middle, there is our Dean Professor Babiuk, recognized urologist. On his right, there is the Vice Dean for taking care of international students, and on the professor's left, it's my colleague Petra, who not only that she's a Czech teacher, but she also is a coordinator for international students. There is an open day organized every year, of course, and these are more photos from our faculty and different events organized throughout the year. Yeah, again, clicking on the QR code, which you can find on our website, you can get all the information possible. We are part of many organizations, for example, AIMS, and study exchange obviously takes place. And I've already talked about the Dean's Awards. Again, some more events, for example, charity bake sale, and more photos. And all the information is here on the QR code. Then some sub fields with more information. Yeah, this is our Vice Dean for international students again, and our Dean, who, as I've already said, is a recognized urologist, also working with robotic surgeries. And now maybe it's time for a short video. I would like to present to you.
Hi, I'm Annette, and I like the second faculty because here I can learn from the best in the field.
We are the second faculty of medicine. Will you join us?
Okay, so that's the end of our today's presentation, and I thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Ms. Ivana, for that detailed presentation. So now we'll move on to the Q&A session. For that, students, you have the option to type your questions below. So there'll be a bottom at the center bottom of your screen saying Q&A. You can type your questions over there and we'll answer them. Let's begin. I can see some questions already. First question is by Zainab. Do the students require IELTS test to apply to the university?
Do the students
require the IELTS test to apply to the university? Any English proficiency test is required?
No, they are not.
All right. Okay. Juden wants to know what are the requirements in generally to get into the university?
Uh, yes, basically, you need to go through the exam procedure, and to successfully, the written test first, and to see and it's possible to see the model questions for the test.
I would just like to add you here that you just need only two things. The most important thing is to pass the entrance examination, and second, to pass your high school. There is no specific grades we are looking for. Any kind of like whether you are from IB, whether you are from this American system, this one. So we don't need any kind of predicted grade, recommendation letter, personal statement, IELTS TOEFL, nothing. Everything depends on the entrance examination. So once you pass the entrance examination, that means you are in. I mean, 99%, and the only thing left is to pass your high school. That's all. So we don't require any kind of specific grade or the GPA for this. No? Thank you. Next.
All right, a question by Zainab. How is the second faculty different from the other faculties?
Yeah. So if I may start answering the question. Basically, regarding providing the knowledge, all the five faculties in this, all the five faculties must obviously be the same. There are three faculties in Prague: the first, the second, and the third one, and then two more. One is in Pilsner. This is in the western part of Bohemia, and then in Hradec Králové, which is the eastern part of Bohemia. And our faculty, I would say two things which may make us different from the other faculties. The first one is the size. So our faculty definitely is the smallest one with compared to other faculties, which only means that, as I've already said, we know all our students personally, and but it's probably also quite demanding. So it has two sides of the coin. We know all our students, and we want from them quite a lot. And so I think the standard is quite high. The bar is set up quite high. And one more thing, the second one is that, as I've mentioned before, it used to be the pediatric faculty. It's not anymore, but still, with the biggest pediatric hospital in the Czech Republic, in the country, and all the recognized doctors working there, people who are interested in pediatrics can learn a lot there. So definitely this would be the best place for them. But not only, because we obviously teach general. The program is general medicine.
All right. Hannah wants to know, what about the fees structure, the tuition fees structure?
About what? About
the tuition fees.
Tuition fees?
Yes, how much the medicine program costs.
Okay. So it costs 420,000 Czech crowns. 420,000 Czech crowns.
All right. Mumuksha is asking if you can share the code for the previous year's questions, or where can they find them?
That QR code. Okay. I can share it with you. I can go back to the presentation. Definitely, you can find it on our website. Definitely. But now
Okay.
I can, or do you want me to go back in the presentation? Or will you try?
I think it's okay. I think they can find it on the website as well. If you do not find it, Manaksha, then you can always contact us. I will drop in our
Sure.
contact details
Yeah.
in the chat box.
Mhm.
Adam is asking, what is the requirement as an AS student British curriculum? Is there any extra training or certificates needed?
For if he is what exactly?
AS student for the British curriculum.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay, no. Let me answer. AS is not acceptable. You need to have 3 A levels. So if you have finished your AS level, then you need to finish your A2 first, because AS level is not accepted at all. You need to have 3 A levels in order to apply for this. Apply for this faculty. So AS level is not accepted. No.
Okay. Question by Sharat. How to prepare for the entrance exam? Is there any study guide and material?
Again, we can provide you with the sample test paper. Once you contact us, we will provide you everything.
Right. And follow up to that, I'll be dropping in the contact details in a minute. Sharat is asking, what is the pass mark required for the entrance exam?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I can share this information right now. Yeah, so I would rather leave it on the study department.
Okay, now let me answer this. This every year, they do. Set up a different. Entry requirement based on the entrance examination. Then at that time they will tell you, okay, this is the set goal for this. This is the set marks for the entrance examination. No, so we don't know yet. No.
Okay. Amin is asking, can Indian students get admission in dentistry undergraduate course, and how many years is it, and is it in English?
No, dentistry is not taught at our faculty.
Right. Sharat is asking whether the entrance exam will be held in Qatar.
In Qatar?
Yes. So far, no. But if there are enough students, we may organize the exam. But so far, it's only held in Dubai.
All right. Yusuf wants to know, is the veterinary medicine available at the faculty?
Veterinary?
Yeah, veterinary medicine program.
No, it's not. Just general medicine. General medicine
Okay.
only.
Avinash wants to know if after the 6-year program, can the students get a license to practice?
License to practice. I'm not sure about
Maybe,
that. What
yeah,
exactly?
Okay,
maybe
let me
Dr.
answer this.
Qasim?
Okay, let me answer this one. That you can get the license, but first of all, you have to learn the Czech language and pass the licensing examination. And that examination is in Czech, not in English. So once you finish this one, you have to learn the language and then pass the licensing examination. And that is applicable to all the countries in Europe, not only in Czech, not only only in this faculty.
Okay. Ethan wants to know, what are the minimum grades needed for Edexcel curriculum for the medicine program?
I think we have mentioned already that you don't need any specific this one. Okay.
Yeah. Malak wants to know, are there any specific subjects required?
Like for the preparation for
No.
For admission.
Subject, yes, the entrance examination consists of biology, chemistry, and physics. No.
Yeah.
All right. Sharad wants to know, how is the preparation for USMLE? Is it integrated into the university program?
I'm not sure. Again, this is the question to the study department or to the agency, but I don't think so. I think students must prepare on their own, those interested in doing USMLE. I don't think, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure about it. I'm sorry.
No, I can answer this one, that the program is quite compatible with the USMLE preparation. That's why you don't need to have any specific preparation. That's why the passing rate is very high. So the program is designed like this, that is quite compatible with the USMLE in preparation.
It is, but sorry, maybe I have misunderstood the question. I've understood that whether there is a special course also
Yeah.
prepared for, or
No.
there is a special course for USMLE. There is no special course, yeah. But yes,
Yes.
as you are
Yes.
saying, all the study is like targeted in a way that it can meet the high standards. Yeah. Mhm.
All right. Ryan wants to know if his son is in IB, he's not doing physics, he's only doing chemistry, biology, and psychology. How can he do the entrance exam?
He needs to catch up with physics. I would be afraid of. Yeah.
Yes. You need to
Mhm.
take physics. Yeah.
Mhm.
Adam wants to know, does the student learn about brain surgery in order to be specialized later on?
Yeah.
Well, well, I think you are talking about the post-graduation, no? Because I mean, if you want to be a surgeon, then naturally you have to go. But this is not like that you need to learn the brain surgery in this. No?
Mhm.
All right. Ryan is also asking, is it possible to get an exemption from the entrance exam by having excellent grades in A level?
Yes. And regarding exemption, please, I would advise you to go to our website, switch to the English language, and go to the applicants. There is the part which is called applicants, how to apply, and within this section there is the part dedicated to exemption. So there the student could find all the possible information. So our website, applicants, how to apply, exemption.
Okay, but
All right.
let me add you one thing that that if you want an exemption, that means you have to have a grade in your hand. It's not like this, because you will be getting your grade in this August. By that time, you cannot apply. No, so if you want to apply with this grade, you can apply for next year. Yeah, because we need the actual grades in hand, not the predicted grades. No, so you can apply, but in that case, you can apply for next year. No.
All right. Sharad is asking for the entrance exam dates.
Okay. Entrance examination date in Dubai. I mean, there will be two dates. One is on January 25. Other one will be on April 26. And you can take either, but you can take the entrance examination only once in a year. If you fail in one, you cannot retake the exam. No. So in 1 year you can take only once in a year.
All right. Hannah wants to know, is there accommodation available for female students and is it separate? And what is the living cost approximately?
Yes, I can partly answer that. The monthly living cost for the accommodation is about $250, $250 monthly. But I'm not sure about the separate accommodation for women. I'm not sure about that.
Okay. Ramisha is asking, is the practical study part only going to be done on dummies?
No, I don't think so. That is one of the reasons students are going to learn not only general check but medical check is that they are going to see patients in the Motul University Hospital.
Okay. Muhammad Umar is asking, is there any exemption from taking the PLAB exam or the UKMLA for international medical students graduating from the Charles University to work in the UK?
Okay, let me answer this one. Okay,
Thank
let
you.
me answer this. Okay, now the graduates of Charles University are going to accepting from PLAB now, but PLAB is going to replace with this UKMLE. That means everybody has to take the exam, even if you are studying in UK. So it was there before. I mean, exemption was there, but it's going to be no longer for this anybody, even if you are studying in UK also.
All right. I can see a couple questions about students from American curriculum asking if APs are required.
Okay, no APs, no SAT, no MSAT, nothing. I mean, as long as you get the high school diploma, you are eligible to apply for the exam and this one. So we don't need any kind of AP, SAT, or any kind of examination. That's all.
All right. Question by Malak. Will the students need to learn the Czech language during the program?
Yes, they will, definitely. They're going to learn Czech for 3 years. First, 1 year and a half general Czech, and the following 1 year and a half medical Czech.
All right. Ahmed is asking if they attend the preparatory medical course in UJOP, UK, Charles University, do they need to attend the entrance exam?
Yes, because this is just this is just a preparatory course. They will just prepare you, but at the end you have to pass this entrance examination. That is mandatory.
All right. Alia is asking, do you accept any transfers from any other faculty?
Transfers
Yeah,
from other
transfer
faculties.
students.
Transfers. I think so. Yeah, I think so. Again, this is the question to the study department, but I've seen a couple of students transferring to our faculty from another faculty. Yeah.
I mean, that depends on case-to-case basis, no?
Yeah.
You cannot certain that you can get, everybody has got different requirements. So that depends on case-to-case basis.
Okay. I can see a couple questions about the physics program as well. So Adam is asking, can the students choose maths instead of physics for the entrance exam, as is studying maths, chemistry, and biology right now?
No.
Unfortunately, no. You need to have biology, chemistry, and physics. There is no substitute of physics. No, that means you cannot take mathematics or anything. So it has to be biology, chemistry, and physics. No.
All right. Ahmed is asking, when will the admissions start for the 2025-2026 intake?
Yes, 2025, we already started taking applications since last June. So I mean, you have to apply as soon as possible, so that we can register you for the exam. No.
Okay. Juden wants to know, is there a way scholarships can be given in the first year?
No.
Okay. Ramisha is asking, is the internship included in the university?
Yes, it's part of the program. No.
Oh, yeah. Yes, it is.
6 years, including internship. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Okay. We have a repetitive question once again by Avinash. Can the students obtain a license to practice exam after completing the 6-year program?
I think I did answer this question. No.
Yeah. Okay, question by Adam. If they applied for entrance exam for second faculty of medicine, it can be applicable to the other faculties of Charles, or do they need to give the separate exam for each faculty?
Yeah, there are separate exams organized for different faculties.
Ramisha is asking when the semester will start and how many semesters are there in a year?
So I may answer that. So the academic year consists of 2 semesters, the winter one and the summer one. And the winter one usually starts the first week of October and then lasts for 14 weeks. Then there is a break, like it depends, 5 or 6 week break for exams. There is an exam period, and usually around the middle of February, the summer semester starts, and again it lasts for 14 weeks. So then the end of the summer semester is around the middle of or the end of May, and then there is the exam period.
Yes, but make sure that make sure that let's say that they take only new students only in October semester, not in February session. No. So that means you can apply only for the October intake, not the February intake.
Absolutely. The academic year is taken as a whole. So the year starts at the beginning of October, and then when the student must enroll and start their studies. And there is 80% attendance needed. So even if the student is not able to start at the very beginning of October, then they need to start quite early afterwards, because they must have 80% of attendance. And the previous academic year finishes by the last day of September. Yeah. Then I haven't finished the idea.
Okay, two questions by Ramisha. First one, can the students get halal food near the university?
Can what? Can get
Halal food.
halal food. It's available in Prague. Yes, it's available. It's not definitely sold on the grounds of the faculty, but it can be. Yeah, it can be. Yeah, they can get it in Prague.
Okay, Ramisha is asking, as students, are they going to be communicating with patients in Czech language or English?
Yes, it's a very good question. I think there is the fear coming arising from learning Czech. It goes very slowly. They first in the third year they start seeing their Czech patients or Czech speaking patients, and they first only observe. They also can speak English, and doctors would translate for them, but later they would need to start communicating in Czech. So the process is pretty slow, and students are getting used to the situation slowly. Yeah, but the aim of the exam after the 3-year Czech course is to be able to take the diagnosis of the patient in Czech.
All right. Adam is asking, are there certificates accepted in English language or do they have to translate it into the Czech?
No, English is okay. Yes. You have to submit in English
All right.
only. Yeah.
Avinash has sent a follow-up question. We answered that the exam will be in Czech and after that they'll get the license to practice. The next question is, can they take it right after the 6-year program or will they need to complete a specialization or MD program first?
So you cannot complete the specialization program, until and unless you learn the Czech language, no? If you want to do it in Czech, no? So naturally you have to take it after you complete your 6-year MD program, no?
All right. I can see we've answered over 48, 49, 50 questions. If there's anything else, students, please feel free to ask them. We were happy to assist you. Let's give our students a minute or two because I think our presentation was very detailed. Okay. If there are no questions, I have shared the our contact details in the chat. What I'm going to do so one more time, so you can copy paste it. Sharing our contact number and email. So in case students are interested in applying to the faculty or registering for the entrance exam, we can definitely assist you for that. And since there are no more questions, I think this is where we can end the session then. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining, and Miss Ivana for taking time and joining us today.
My pleasure.
Thank you very much,
Welcome.
Ivana. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. Have a nice